Welcome everybody to the, B stream for the major playoffs right now. This is one of the semifinals. This will be the Zoomers versus the Decoys, and this is I believe the Left Twix conference?
Yes.
Yes, this is the Left Twix conference semifinals for major, or the deciding match for who actually takes the Left Twix division for major playoffs here at Counter-Strike Confederation's 6th season. Man, we've already had 6 seasons of this.
Been a while.
Yep. And here in our match, we do have the Zoomers versus the Decoys. Of course, belonging to the respective, you can call it, what's the word I'm looking for?
Organizations.
Organizations. Yeah, something like that. Belonging to Casual Heroes and the NA Nades.
Franchises, I think is what we call them.
Yeah, franchises. That's the word I'm looking for. But this will be quite a show today, because Zoomers, of course, fighting through that quarterfinals match up against the Leopards earlier, winning a swift 2-0 victory, but now they're facing up against the Decoys, who did have that bye into the semifinals. So I'm expecting this to be quite an exciting matchup.
I think it will be. Over the course of the season, the Decoys looking stronger than the Zoomers, being 11-5 versus the Zoomers 9-7. But I believe it was the Zoomers that had some player changes throughout the season, and now with a solid roster, I think they're looking to put on a better performance. So as we can see in our match here, we've got Dibes, Octo, Ilwill, Lindley, and Dr. Freeman on the side of the Zoomers. The teams will change. And on the side of the Decoys, we've got Luke, Solomon, Kyle, and Kavora. Heading the way for each team would be Octo and Luke, both the highest rated players throughout the course of the season on each team. Octo taking the role of Op, and Luke generally being on a rifle. Taking the most opening duels to look for would be and Octo as well. And once the game gets going, I'm sure we'll see a lot of that in action.
Yeah. Of course, here we are starting off on Overpass as the Zoomers pick. Wait, or is it the Decoys pick? Zoomers pick. Alright. And Decoys going with that, starting off on the T side. Followed by that, we will be going over to Ancient, a very rare map in the CSC.
Is it
Don't get to see much of it.
7 weeks before the first Ancient game?
Something like that. We really don't like... People haven't learned Ancient yet. It's really a tragedy. It's a good map. But the decider map will be Mirage.
Classic one.
Yeah. These teams have not yet met up on any of those maps per se, because I think they've only met up once, and it was on Dust 2, which the Decoys actually took 16-9, quite convincingly. Let me see if they did end up meeting again at some point. Because I'm pretty sure every team, faced off twice or something. Or at least some did. At least in conference. And actually, yeah, they did again on Dust 2 again, but the Decoys took that even more convincingly, 16-7. So, Zoomers got a bone to pick for this. Because
They
they're already
want their
down.
revenge.
Well,
All right.
we do know the Decoys will be starting off on T side. The knife run doesn't really matter here, but Zoomers definitely does have a bone to pick here. Up against the Decoys, being an 0-2 record so far this season.
They're going to be looking to take their first map against the Zoomers.
Well, the
All right.
Decoys.
Sorry, yes, the Decoys. We should be getting going any second now. Within the
I'm sorry.
conference,
The Decoys decided to start CT side. We were saying T side earlier. That is our mistake. So those will get flipped soon enough once we get into the match.
within the
Right now,
conference, the Decoys have gone 7-1, showing that they were fairly strong in their division, but their
yeah,
record of 4-4 out of their division shows that the Right Twix is a force. So if they win this game, they've got a good matchup coming up in the finals.
yeah, they will be facing off against the winner of this. Will be facing off against the winner of the Anemones and the Hitmen. That's an exciting match going on the A stream. If anyone wants to go and check that out, but we do of course have this also exciting match here. So be sure to stick around, because just because we aren't the mainstream doesn't mean this won't be any less exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It does look like there is a player that redisconnected. It is so we will be waiting for him to come back into the server. Until then, Crudist, do you got a favor for this?
I think that the favorite throughout the season is gonna continue to put on a strong performance, just as the Zoomers have been improving with the settling of their roster. I think that the Decoys have the experience and the time put in all as a team to take this.
Yeah. But
What about you?
the one issue I see so far with the Decoys, as with the entire franchise of the NA Nades, is there is the potential to just rely too much on the Ooga Boogas. Just go on in, rely on those duels to open up the map, and if that does end up getting lost, that's quite a step back for them to try and take.
Absolutely.
So we will have to see how the Zoomers come together as a team, if anything. So
And
let's see if they finally got that roster settled.
we know that retaking on overpass is a generally difficult thing, so if they end up losing that over opening fight, um, they can be in a lot of trouble.
There's that like logo with a bunny there in the back alley of T-Spawn. Der Fush Das Kamen Chen. They can't?
On
Oh,
overpass, as you're approaching B from T spawn,
yeah. Alright.
there's a graffiti of a bunny that has some writing in German in it that we were just looking at.
Yeah. Don't know what it means, but it has a bunny on it with a gun.
It's probably something like the goose on Dust 2, where the writing in Arabic says goose. Might be a similar kind of thing.
Probably. But Goose is more well known that it was linked to a creator of the map or someone.
Oh
But
yeah.
Overpass, I don't know where that bunny comes from. You do have more of the more infamous or famous more graffitis like the Olaf boost, the
Yep.
Olaf diffusing the fire. Overpass has a lot of graffitis.
A very historic map.
Yeah.
So just now, you guys should be able to see the in game that we were seeing and describing before. Um, you can see more writing in German on some of the walls. This
I'm
is
quite in,
very
I'm quite interested to see like how these players decide to play these openings, because a lot of the time you won't see too many like smoke and molly executes, but you will see like opening nades to try and gain that early map control throughout the bathrooms and water over at B. So I'm just gonna be wondering who's gonna have the proper subs to be able to take that map control, because that connector area, either owning it as CT or T, like, gives you so much room for rotations. And having that extra room to play with and overall control the map, that's just something that you take any day of the week.
Looks like we're getting started.
Not really, everyone just committed suicide.
Well, since the knife round result is decided, they tend to end it quickly so that they can get right into the game. Yeah, the opening is going to be a great place to start looking. I think it's really going to decide the game. It's an important thing.
Yeah. And here we go on to the pistol round. We do, of course, here. This is the Zoomer's pick. Decoy starting on that CT side, having that choice of side. Opting for a zero defuse setup, dualies, and a smoke and flash over on Luke.
Only 2 sets of body armor on the terrorist side.
And Zoomers are getting ready for a fast B here. At least grouping up for it. Not really sure how fast they're really going to be going, but not a lot of util coming in, and Decoys already have the read on it with a 4-stack.
Space taking con as well. Pushing through. He's going to find nobody.
Yeah, Zoomer's just setting up for a trap here. This 4-stack.
Flashes are good.
The pop flash, getting the trades early. Going tit for tat so far.
Those dropped P250s working wonders. Just Om left now.
And so we're already down to a 2-on-1 with here on the clutch. Lindley already with a triple. Finding a quick bell ring onto Octo, taking him out of the round. And fighting with Lindley, another headshot to be able to close things out in a 1v2. Saving things for the Decoys, finding a triple in the round, and shutting down the Zoomers.
Beautiful shots there.
Yeah. A little bit scared for the Decoys, because they had that read on the round, starting to second guess it a little bit later on. Giving the Zoomers a little bit of an opening, but managing to pull things back. With a cute little clutch from there. Finding the double headshot onto Lindley and Octo.
No force here.
Quick opening onto Solomon, trying to take some early fountain control, getting punished by the entirety of Zoomers, just lining him up. And looks like they're just going fast through bathrooms here onto the A site. It will just be Kavora and Luke here to try and fight it. Kavora already with a double here, holding from Optimus. Getting traded out, but Luke there to cover. Bring things back onto a 3-on-2 for the Decoys.
Big flank here. They have a bomb.
They do in fact have it, but taking this very slowly.
Gonna be a fight bank.
Dives with one, but not enough. Kyle and the only ones survive there, but they do have the rifles. A little bit expensive, but still take the round at the end of the day.
Maybe full AK buy here, looks like. Limited utility on some of the CT players.
Yeah. Quick party play. Will it pay off? Lindley getting caught out there at party. No one there to trade. And Solomon trapped here in the connector. But question is, will he be able to trade out his life? He will get one, but not the second. But Kyle might, meanwhile, finding the lurk onto Dibes over there in water. Allowing the Decoys to... Yep. They will manage to maintain some control of the site, but... Looks like a... Is it that... That looks like Luke. Yeah, Luke. They're the solo A holder, and the Zoomers are setting up for that A take.
He's looking towards highway. Might catch him off guard here.
Zoomers just playing here for contact. The first pieces of utility coming in, indicating the execute. Rotation is coming in right now. And Zoomers just playing this slow to make sure they can just clear out that site, get that bomb plant safely. And they will be able to get that down, playing for bathrooms.
Nice nade into headshot.
Oh. Really good dunk to bring this onto 2-on-3 retake for the Decoys. They got time to play with here. But that is a very strong post plant there. Trying to flush out bathrooms and long. They will flush out that long player first. Lindley goes down. Not much damage onto the players. Freeman, despite low health, managed to get one. Flashed up. Luke gets a blind kill onto Freeman. But Octo just playing the time here. He knows he doesn't have to rush this and will force Luke into a save now. Zoomers will get the first.
Is he gonna survive? No, he doesn't.
Not even a gun saved. So that will force an eco into the Decoys. But money not looking much better for the Zoomers.
Half
Now-
buy from most of the CT side here.
Yeah, let's see what they can do for this round, or at least to mess up the Zoomers' economy. It will be a quad fountain push, but Zoomers just grouping up for a B hold here. And Octo hears this push. They know they can go fast into B now.
Yep.
And just
and
the
they're
solo
swarming.
hold from Luke. 5-7. Does find one on the dives, but not good for much more. A little bit of trade of damage. Back and forth. It will be a 3-on-2 now for the Zoomers, and they drop bomb over construction. What the hell happened there? Over aggression there, trying to just hunt for kills. And that will just... This is a chance for Decoys to at least do some more damage, if not take the round.
Looks like they're going for the boost.
They don't spawn anything. The Decoy's playing tucked here. And they know that boost came out. Kyle here can save the round. Do they check for him? Yes, they
That's
do.
cleared.
They managed to grab bomb now. But are they checking for Kavora? They are not looking at for Kavora.
Finds
He
one.
will get a free kill there.
More. Money's gonna be tough for the CT side now.
Despite Zoomers taking that round, that was basically just a force from the Decoys. Managed to take out 3 of the guns. That does not serve well for the Zoomers' hero economy. But it will just be another light buy here from the Decoys. Wanting to save up for another. Not thinking they have enough to really force into the round. They could have really bought there, but they would have lacked utility, deciding to play it safe. And will be another fountain punch here. This time, Zoomers scared to face. Yeah, that op getting into the round, though not finding any kills just yet. Zoomers opting to slow it down after seeing that fountain crunch. And all the Decoys will spread back into the connector here, and I'm here with a interesting work. Managing to find one, bring things to a 3-on-3, and a free rifle if they decide to go for it. Because all the Decoys here playing in the connector as bomb does go down. Will they opt to save the rifles, or will they try to do what damage they can? And looks like they're opting to try and take away a few guns, if not try to win the round on a retake. And the Zoomers just not giving the Decoys anything, like all playing the back of sight. Kyle tries to cross into the site, gets found by Freeman on the cross. And that will just be another round for the Zoomers. Living here with 3 guns this time. A little bit better for the economy. And now here we are with a full buy. So this should be full util sets from the CTs mostly. No, they opt for an op here. So that will cut down the utility, but 3 players with a full stack. 2 with halves. So here we are. You could call this the first real buy of the map. Pushing down the connector here. Freeman looking the wrong way. Solomon doesn't find the second, but with some good damage on the Illwell, bringing it down to 4. And Kyle and Luke will find 1 apiece over here on the B side. Some cute aggression from the Decoys will net them 2 kills, bring things on to a 4-on-2. Octo, the only full health, Illwell sitting on that 4. Not a lot of map control, but still with some full belts of utility to play with to see what they can find.
I think it's going to be the save call from the terrorists here.
They do have a minute to save, though. If the Decoys get a read onto this, like, in the next 10 or so seconds, it's going to be pretty easy to hunt.
Yeah, but the money's still not great on the counter-terrorist side.
Yeah, but they will be possibly carrying over 4 guns.
Yep.
That'd be quite a bit to play with. Zoomers, of course, can drop over a couple guns next round to make sure they can get that another full buy-in. And they just are opting for that save.
Get the smoke grenade to cover himself off.
If the Decoys manage to take this one, they can run away with the half. Because it will force Zoomers into another save.
Yeah, they're opting for the force here.
Freeman only has a P250, might be playing Sacrificial Lamb here for the T side.
Yeah, but that is a lot of utility. Fast up long here is going to find 1.
Doesn't find a second, but he does get out there for free, tagging up Octo. And they will just fall back off of that pick, knowing that 5-on-4, they can just play the sites, play the retake. Zoomers are going to have a lot harder time trying to take any kind of control in this round, playing this as 4 up against the 5 of Decoys. But Illwell will open up on the in that bathrooms coming out the connector. That's the opening that the Zoomers needed in this round after losing Lindley. And a regress from Solomon trying to get rid of that party player will net him a death. And Octo, blind there by Kavora on that long peak, will find him while blind, and Illwell will find another pick onto a lurk. And it's just Luke left in the round.
Missed Molly there. Gonna cost them. Or maybe not.
Zoomers just taking this slow. Know that they have a 4-on-1. Just trying to make sure that they have this in the bag. Luke does get spammed down a little bit over at Optimus. Illwell trying to push deeper into the site. Will get caught up by Luke, but that's all he's gonna get. Tabs finds Luke, and that is 3 people living. Zoomers bringing up to 4. And this is an awkward money situation for the Decoys, but it looks like they are opting to force it in. Only Deagle and Kavora. Never mind, a Mag 7.
Interesting buy right there.
And they still do have some. They still do have some util to play with as well, so not a bad buy by any means. If Zoomers have a bad read into the round, they may just push into expecting pistols, but it's gonna be rifles. But a quick headshot into Kavora there by dives in the connector, but Solomon will trade 2 back there. But stuck in the connector there without any way out, Freeman will get the isolated kill. And Illwell peeking in the bathrooms, sitting there, expecting it.
It's bomb spotted.
That is bomb spotted over in the bathrooms. Zoomers have lost control of it. They don't know that Alm's pushed up here into long, and he could just end the round right here, right now, if the Zoomers aren't expecting this. And this is quite unusual timing. But no, Octo, expecting it! That is some amazing game sense from the... You can call that top-rated player on the Zoomers.
Good
So
awareness brings it back into an even field.
They do have isolated fights here on both sites, but that piece of utility will signal some kind of execute.
They're looking down con here. Decide not to.
20 seconds left in the round. Looks like they're committing here over to the A side. No time to switch back over to B.
Blue cross long without them seeing.
And that's one apiece for Decoys to hold there.
Stronghold and get away with the op.
It's just been round trade after round trade for this side, and looks like the economy's broken for Zoomers. Yeah, just opting for naked pistols right now.
That 1400 loss bonus is very punishing.
Once we see some heroics here from Zoomers, this will be a fifth for the Decoys, but 2 openings onto the B side, that's gonna net them advantage here over in the post lane if they can hold off Solomon, but Solomon with the double here from construction. The Zoomers have not been watching this angle whenever they go into B. But some good duels going their way. Octo and Dibes apiece now. Bring things Kavora solo. He sees that shoulder, but I think Octo knows not to cross there, playing it safe. And Kavora caught looking the wrong way, trying to enter into the site. Dibes peeking at the right time. We'll give an eco win to the Zoomers. Some nice utility usage to get into that site. A little bit of a hiccup there with not watching construction there. But some good duels going their way will give Zoomers an eco win. And that forces Decoys onto a save. Or light by, actually.
Yep, they spent all their money here. They've got to win this round or they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, but a water crunch here trades 2 for 2. Ill finding there. But both these Decoys playing close, but Zoomers are playing the smart. They know that both of the players should be over in water, so they're rotating up to that A site for a free plant. Decoys should have some recoverable rifles here, but whether or not they can go for this, they don't really have any money to go into the next round, and having these rifles for the next one could give them... I'm not sure if it gives them enough room for a force, but it just gives them at least fighting chance in the next round. The Zoomers going on to 6. They take this round. This shouldn't be a 7th for them. The Decoys don't really have enough money to buy. Yeah, it will be just those saved rifles as an SMG for the Decoys going this round. It looks like it's going to be a complete fountain crunch here, and they're meeting each other. This could become a bloodbath.
There's nobody anywhere else here.
Too early. It's just 3 for 3 so far. Connector plane being found, and Solomon getting that lurk onto Freeman. It will just be Octo here with the op here over at Fountain. He needs a triple in the round to be able to save Zoomers. It's op for the AK for instead of the op here for this clutch. Smart decision considering that one player without any armor and the other tagged up. Just needs a couple bullets to get rid of each one, and they're doubled up in the connector, sitting on that bomb. Octo just trying to clear out every single angle he can to make sure that he's not getting lurked on. But this is such a good spot for the Decoys to have the bomb drop. They just have to watch basically 2 entrances. But they are both tagged up here, so they're going to have to hit a good shot or two to make sure that Octo can't clutch this. And 30 seconds remaining. Octo does need to start to speed things up here. We'll be coming in through the top-sided connector. Will Decoys be watching this? They do just smoke this off, and Octo pushing the smoke, and ready. We'll find the headshot onto Octo and give Decoys, basically with 0 investment to the round, a 5th. That won't break the Zoomers' economy, but damn is it a win that gives Decoys a chance to be able to win this half.
No open play for the CTs, but the terrorists do have one.
Ives with a cheeky ankle over the smoke will tag up Luke, but no kill just yet. Luke getting out of there by the skin of his pants. Alm still doesn't have any armor. He forgot to buy armor. He's going full nudist. Kind of a mistake in this round, but will it cost the Decoys?
Looks like they're leaning towards B here. Responsible is the low HP player, but he has backup.
Seeing some of that util sail in. The Decoys are opting for a more passive hold on A, so they are going to have fast rotates in. It looks like the Zoomers will be taking this a little bit more slowly. Finding Luke by double Molotoving Toxic there. How they're in the pit. Will find a tag up onto 1, but no kill. Cora with 1, traded out by Lindley. It is a 2-on-4 retake here. All the Zoomers playing the back of sight. And the Decoys having no info into the round. Solomon found in that heaven area. And I'm here, just sitting alone here over graffiti. No info on the round. And Zoomers with the 4-player crossfire here now. This should just be a save here from him. And he will start to back up.
Over on the A stream, the Hitmen have taken a decisive lead with what looks to be a 5-0 start on Nuke.
Oh, on there. Barely living that. But will manage to save over the gun. An AK at that. Over to the next. But
Not a lot of money to play with.
But they should just be forcing up here. They know they're on double eco here no matter what, so... Yeah, going for those upgraded pistols. And they're rigging here for another B stack, but Zoomers here is running out more for a fountain, looking to work up A slow, it looks to be the case.
Was the player already all the way up long?
Solomon gonna be the solo defender here for the Decoys.
Backup's on its way. Coming through bank now. That's the saved rifle. Reinforcing A now.
And they've leaned 4 players now over towards the A side. They've cleared out those the B setup stages for the T side. They have the read it's going to be an A side, and Solomon with an early deagle kill onto Lindley in those bathrooms. Not good for one more, but does get a tag up into dives. That should be the trigger for Zoomers to go onto the A side, and the utility is sailing in. Molotovs and smokes to cut off the back of sight, but not touching the decoy so far. They still do have a foothold into the sight, and that will be the rifle. Finding 1, but not good for a second. But it is just trades back and forth. 2-on-2 now for the retake. here, stuck at that dice position, and Will gets caught out. It's Octo here for another clutch. Only with the op to play with. Misses the first shot, and is getting pushed on. Will he look the right way? Does pick up an AK. Kyle with that 5-7. Not managing 5 to kill into Octo, and sprays onto Luke, who was on the bomb in that smoke. And will give Zoomers through a clutch on their 8th.
A wonderful clutch there from Octo. Smart play to pick up the AK and deal swiftly with the enemies.
Yeah. But that execute, those pieces of utility, those Molotovs especially, just barely not touching the decoys, just being a little bit off. So they did have a foothold into the site, and that just gave them a couple of good trades there. But just not managing to find that last player. It will be a deco now. But Zoomers having an opening pick here with some early bathrooms aggression. And a tag through the smoke and the wall on Solomon. Octo with some amazing game sense here, but not with the aim. As Solomon does find him with the deagle, but not looking the right way there as well. Will be him falling in the bathrooms to a long flank. And that is Zoomers taking over the A side, as both the Decoys players were stacked up over in that water position to get a pick onto a connector lurk. Al here just trying to find into around any kind of damage, but getting found by Lindley. And we'll just be over here saving that found AK. And that will give Zoomers a 9th round.
Only 5 deaths onto Octo through 14 rounds, and you can see that that's why he would be marked as one of the stronger players, just never overextending and always doing the right thing and surviving for his team.
Or just baiting, you know. Could be either.
That's possible, but you'd like to think that it's a strong decision making. And that Kavora looking for a pick here is gonna find it.
Great opening. Fast swing onto that beat onto Monster there.
Octo now posted up if there's any attempt for re-aggression. Looks like there might be a fight in Con.
Yeah, there's a couple shots ringing off over in that connector, and that connector player is getting pinched here from all different sides. And Solomon, always being that connector player, getting caught out there, and dives with another pick on Kavora, aiming to outduel the op.
A wonderful connector play from there.
It's a double bathrooms aggression now, or the decoys. They have the info here. Will they be able to get the pick onto the solo Zoomers player up there? It will be, yes. And Kyle with an ult-2 on B gets the tagged up player on Lindley, but not good for a second. It's a 2-on-2 retake now as the bomb is getting planted down. 2-pronged retake here for the decoys, though. Last round, so they really do have to go for this. Obel util for on, but he doesn't get to use it. Aggression from Octo into that monster position will catch him out, but Luke there dives looking the wrong way over into the graffiti position from that heaven. Dropping down into the pit now, 1-on-1. Luke up against Octo. Luke pushing up here around the pillar. Will dives be looking the right way around the pillar. But no, it is Luke who going for the tap there instead of the aggression on the pillar. And Octo with a good swing from behind it will find Luke and give Zoomers a 10th. On the T side nonetheless.
Very strong T side from the Zoomers. They had their bone to pick, and they're working on it very hard.
And this is the most rounds they've taken up against the decoys in a single matchup. The best they've done before this was 9.
And we're only halfway through.
That indeed. And now Zoomers onto a arguably the stronger side of Overpass, but we'll see how they play it, because despite what the stats say, if a team doesn't know how to play a side, they aren't going to get any rounds. And will be in Zoomer's opening pistol play will be a triple sack onto that B side. Early fountain peak for the Zoomers, getting that information that the decoys are working it. And do they hear these footsteps? I'm sure they do. That player over on B side is now rotating up. But the decoys are taking this so fast. Already up into the highway position. Already facing down the A side. And the rotation is just coming in now. 4 players. Here, Dives finding the first kill. Boost over here at Dumpster, not finding much. And decoys are just finding straight onto sight, but they are not finding kills. All of them are so tagged up right now. But they are finding some return kills.
One does go down.
This fight's going either which way, and Solomon, the last player now alive for the decoys. Bomb down, though. But no health to play with, and he will be caught looking the wrong way. Trying to see if there was a banana flank, but it was just all the Zoomers coming in from that dumpster and bank position. Managed to swarm the decoys down as they tried to enter the site. All of them were tagged down there to less than half. So just a couple of good USP shots, not even headshots, took them all down. And that will be Zoomers finding the pistol round here.
This could get away from the decoys very quickly.
And the decoys are not letting this fall out of hands too fast, because it is a Galil force. It looks like they're opting to go fast onto B now.
That bomb plant will have netted them quite a bit of money. It's like a full
Until
fast
sailing
exit.
in early. Early spray downs from Dibes with a triple now. Still living here as Luke's the last one alive now. The decoys try to enter all in through Monster, but just getting sprayed down through the smoke and flashes. Finding basically nothing in the round.
Very strong defense there.
If we could take a look at the util damage quickly. Not too much to speak of. Freeman was sitting on the most, actually, with 139. And that's on T side as well. I wonder where a lot of those nades came in from.
This little pop flash and connector. They're not going to find anybody because they're all running up long.
It is a triple play here from the Zoomers here. And no one's watching long. This is an opportunity for the decoys to just get a replant. None of the Zoomers are looking this way.
I think Ilbo just spotted the bomb crossing.
Freeman with 2 with that Bison.
Doesn't
That
see
extra
the...
clip size. Don't work.
I don't think they know about this player back here.
Bora. All to know, but he doesn't land the shots. Freeman with the turnaround. And that will just be him farming up some cash on that PP Bison SMG bonus money.
I think Freeman dropped his gun.
Yeah, he's upgrading anyway, so... Now 13 for the Zoomers. This is a must-win for the decoys, and on their must-win, looks like they're opting for a stronger B take here as well. Let's see what they learned from their Galil buy. Opting now for more water control here.
Like Dives going quick into Monster. Gonna play up close. Could find the water player with this boost here. I know they're looking into Con with that.
Ill will steps up a little bit more. But no, the boost drops right as Ill will peaks. Looks like he has a little bit of an angel sitting on his shoulder. But not for much longer, as he will get caught out there in connector, staying a little bit too long. But Lindley with a counter boost, finding a pick onto a player in water. But it will just be decoys now executing onto that B side. They found the B anchors. And that will just leave Freeman and Octo here for a retake. As Bomb does get sold right now, and Solomon finding Freeman as he tries to get aggressive there, forced out by the Molotov. And Octo with a 4-on-1, just opting to save.
Well, we said they needed this round, and they pulled it off.
Octo might not even be able to save here. Kavora with an aggressive lurk, but found out by Octo's Tech 9.
A wonderful headshot.
Man, this guy should have been dead to rights in like 3 of these rounds, but just managing either through game sense or sharp aim, saving his own life. And through that sharp aim, he will be saving over the op in the next round. It's not like Zoomers are itching for money, but...
Yeah, decent bank here for them.
They are also going for a timeout here. Just trying to think through what Decoys might try to pull. They do have the advantage here, just want to make sure that they don't choke things out.
While we're in the timeout, over on that A stream, the Hitmen have taken a decisive lead in their first half, 9-3 at the moment. Back to here. The Decoys, backs against the ropes. They're going to be doing the best they can now. 3 kits in play, some good utility.
Decoys need to take another gun round here and try to build up their economy, because if they end up losing one, they do not want to be forced into a save to try and to just play for match point. More rounds Decoys take in a row here, the better, and that opening from Octo is not going to spell well for the Decoys. A quick op kill onto a B player. We'll take Ahmad the round. I'm sorry, that was a long, not on B. And Octo's still trying to get aggressive here. Trying to be the hero that make sure Zoomers can close out overpass. And he will have a juicy target on Kavora, but he's watching for this.
Look at all the space B they have.
And Octo on the aggression finds Kavora. Kavora was kind of ready for it, but Octo just finding the better shot here, and Decoys are getting just picked around the map.
Bomb down outside of B. It's a tall order for Solomon here. He's got people all around him.
And that flash, I'm not sure if it's heard by anyone over on the Zoomers, but so far away. 40 seconds left in the round. If he even has a chance in this, he needs to take it fast, but with barely an economy left for the Decoys, I'm not sure if he even tries to go for this. But no, he's hunting for it. With 20 seconds left in the round, he needs to take this fast, and he's not even going to get a chance to shoot a bullet as Octo from the monster position, picking off Solomon on the entry. That's going to give Zoomers their 14th and force a weird buy from the Decoys to try and prevent Zoomers going on to that match point.
Everyone's got a gun at least, but the utility is looking...
Yeah, utility's looking light here. Those belts are not fleshed out, but they will be electing for a more fast take because they know they can't play those late rounds with the less utility.
Letting up the boost here.
Figuring out that there was going to be a connector push, but not managing to land the bullets, and Freeman with a triple there, picking off everyone in that water position.
Left down to the long lurk.
Yep, Kavori here, all alone on his long lurk, not managing to find a duel, and that's the only reason he's alive. He's got all to do to make sure Decoys stay in the map. He's fighting back from 16 onto a match point when your economy isn't even there. That's a tall order that I don't think any team really could ask for or could do. But trying to find an ace clutch. We'll be working down here onto the CT. 40 seconds left. Might get a free kill onto Octo, but what about the rest?
No, Octo's ready for this.
Will he just walk out or will he swing it? No, he will just walk it out, and Kavora found out by Octo's op. Zimmer's on their 15th, looking to close out their own pick here.
Freeman leading the charge for the Zoomers. A great thing to see.
The only remaining player from that original roster from last season. It will just be Khalil's MAC-10s and an AK for the Decoys. No real utility to speak of. Just 3 smokes and 2 flashes. Trying to enter into the B site fast. Kavora alone. No one to trade him, and he will get found out by Lindley.
Nade looked good, but just off the mark.
And Freeman onto that monster player. He found the bomb. That's bomb gone from the Decoys. They basically have no chance left in the round unless they have some kind of heroics, but with only an AK and 2 MAC-10s to play with, no util even. This is a tall... This does not look like it's going to be another round for the Decoys. Look, they're finding one, but not managing to find a second. You need a multi-kill from any of these Decoys.
Freeman with another.
Oh, they managed to find a flank through the connector there, but Alm gets found out over construction. 1 on 4 to try and retake things. Gonna have an isolated duel here if he moves fast. Will we find Freeman? Yes, he does. Managed to recover a rifle there, but still the bomb out of his hands. Trying to flash his way through. Will find a flash onto Dibes there. Covering bomb. Solo player onto that Toxic. Will he get the pick? No, he won't. It will be Ill-Will to close things out on Kyle. Kyle trying his absolute best there, but will not give Decoys a chance in overpass. 16-6 for the Zoomers as we move into Ancient. Alright, and welcome back everybody to Ancient. We are coming out of the overpass where the Zoomers managed to take the W up against the Decoys. But now we are moving over to the Decoys pick of Ancient. So this will be an interesting pick. Because this Ancient is a rare sight here over in CSC. So, not really sure what to expect out of these teams. We of course all have played that over from those 10-mans, as well as our own in the Face It and ESCA queues, but not really in this league, and we will just be getting right into things with the Decoys and Zoomers. Decoys starting on that CT side, Zoomers on that T, and we'll just be a fast group over here for the Zoomers over onto that A side, trying to start things off with a bang. Util sailing over, on solo holder right now in that tempo position, finding a little bit of tags, but no headshots. That will just be a free bomb plant here for the Zoomers here. Still sitting out here on a 5-on-5 as Zoomers are trying to get aggressive here over in that temple, getting caught out by But all these decoys, they're already tagged up here so low. 3 players below 50 health already. And here, interesting flank coming here from, looks like Ill Will, trying to come through that donut position, flanking onto Solomon. Freeman trades one onto Kyle as Luke finds him on the return. And Ill Will with such a great post-lane position, managed to find one out of that donut, but Solomon with another kill onto the Lindley, into that B main position. And Octo getting found over in that B main as well. Oh, Ill Will with an all to do, trying to get rid of the players, but is there enough time now as Ill Will just find one, and that will get them the round, getting rid of that diffuser.
Even with the kit, they couldn't find it. Zoomers looking strong in their map pick and coming out with a bang on the Decoys map pick.
Yeah, Ill Will with a 1-on-3 technically. Just finding that one diffuser gave the round over to Zoomers. That will force a eco over onto the Decoys. What is up with Freeman and these PP Bisons?
More bullets, more better.
We'll see if that math checks out as he runs into and he does not even get off any of those bullets, really. As he does get treated out in there. Overwhelmed by the numbers. But Luke finds Dibes as he tried to cross over, looks like. Hole in that smoke over from Donut, but Octo with a dunk. Finds a return kill. Kavora with one. But not anymore. Oh, it's a 1-on-1 now somehow. Solomon on 2 health, but is still alive and kicking as he flashes himself. You love to see it, or you hate to see it. Getting aggressive here, over here in the back of sight. Let's see what he can find. Peeking into that B main position, but Ill Will's ready. It is only 1 player living for the Zoomer, so economy not gonna be the best, but Decoys, since they forced him around, having to save here now.
Another big impact round from Elwell right there with a triple coming off his good post plant in the pistol round.
Yep, and it will be a mid-crunch here from the Decoys. Always trying to something different when they're on that eco, but Ill's ready again. Quad kill in the round, just mowing down all these mid players. On for an ace, and it looks like they will try to feed it to him. And they will. That is Ill Will with an ace over here in the playoffs, folks.
Nicely done there from Elwell.
You gotta imagine that they're just yelling ace in their voice chat.
Always fun to see an ace. With our wonderful artist of an observer, James PC, right there.
Yeah, but now, default here for the Decoys. Kyle here getting a little bit aggressive over here into the Speedway. Finding one. But Octo here with peeking the op. Kyle will manage to get away, just barely.
That op pick came mid. Dives took a look to trade, but now coming through cave. Might see a wall bang here. They seem to know that Kyle's here.
He will just get cleared out flat. as Dives and Freeman coming with one apiece, clearing out the B-side defenders. And just Kavora and Alm left for a retake 2-on-3. It is already a tagged up player 1. They do know where one player is, but trying to get back into here. Gonna be a tough task. They are smoked off of V2 now, and seeing that util come through, they are just gonna go for that save again.
Good utility left on and keeping that op in play is going to give them a good chance going into the second round. Oh, sorry, the next round.
Yep, just gotta make sure that they don't give it up. And with Zoomers exiting out through the B main, that will leave the decoys over to save their guns over into the next round. Might try to force around it. They can get rifles out here, but gonna lack that utility.
Kavura going to drop one over to Luke, looks like. Solomon opting for the FAMAS rather than a drop from which is
Curious, and Zoomer's just going fast back over to A. See the aggression here from mid, giving decoys a lot of information there. And they aren't going to spot anything Speedway. They could rotate fast here. But are they going to be fast enough? That suit's already coming in. On here alone and flashed up, not going to find anything.
some good utility there from the Zoomers, showing they were prepared for this pick.
Another pick onto that donut player. Or meant to find a good flick onto Dibes' temple aggression.
A nice shot
Freeman
right
trying
there.
to get aggressive again, but just opting no. Still playing in that smoke. Illwill finds that last donut player and Luke. And Kavora's barrel's taking out Kyle and that temple, both getting picked off.
A real decisive start from the Zoomers here. It's going to draw out a timeout from the Decoys.
Yeah, only one round so far. Zoomers have not gone to bomb plant. Decoys just need to find a way to hold on to these sites at this point. Because they do have that mid aggression there. They got the read onto B, but it just wasn't fast enough.
Leaving that solo player A has turned out difficult for them in 2 rounds out of the 5 that have happened.
Yeah, and it's been Alm. Alm's just been playing the same position there over on that A side, behind the back boxes, and Zoomers are just ready for it every day of the week. They need to change something up. But we'll be figuring that out next round, as they are forced onto a save here. They should just be going for something a little bit cheeky and cute to see what picks they can get.
Freeman with a nice little mid-smoke lineup. Here you can see the A main aggression that's going to come through.
And Luke, catching Octo with his pants down, does get a couple tags onto Freeman, but no kill.
Look at this, they're going to find bomb mid.
It is just a trade of bodies again, though. And with Dubs getting an isolated pick onto Kavora, that is now a 3-on-2 for the Zoomers. But, oh, Kyle almost getting another pick, but
So close.
tagging down to 20. It leaves Alm with a chance, but looking the wrong way as Lindley runs down the ramp. Despite the low health, it's going to leave Zoomers up with 3. Decoys need to start putting rounds on the board if they have any chance in this map. If they don't take this, yeah, that's their playoffs already dashed. And
Lindley with the
Lindley
opener.
finding the aggression from Solomon onto that A cave area. And Dibes, meanwhile, finding the cave pick. Decoys just having 0 luck with these opening duels. And Kyle now, the solo player here on the B side, just getting locked out of the site by the utility usage. And Lindley finds another lurk pick onto that A player.
Look at all the map control they have.
Lindley again!
Walking out donut.
He barely lost any health either, and that's 2 lurk kills. somehow getting pinched here in V2. Dive's coming up behind him. Zoomers are just outplaying Decoys in every single gunfight.
And that draws out the second timeout from the Decoys. I think the number of timeouts remaining is incorrect. Each team will have 4 tactical timeouts of 30
the overlay
seconds.
just always says 1 no matter what.
So, 4 timeouts remaining for the Zoomers, 2 left for the Decoys after this one.
As we come back into live here, it's just going to be a mixed buy here from the Decoys, making sure they can buy up next, but they're running out of rounds. Zoomers is going to get their 8th on this, making sure they win the half, but Decoys, they at least need, I'd say 5, to make sure they stay in this game.
Looking like A, with Ill Will lacking behind a little bit, but he's come to join the rest of his team.
Rorschier's playing up fast here on the cave, but Alm's just playing back. They are not playing up to trade each other. They will get a pick onto 1, but not good for a second. Does get the dink on. And Alm's here to finish off, but not good for a second. They could have had so much more if they played a trade there. Shoulder being shown there. Tag on to Kyle through the walls. Found that up. And a dunk from Octo, taking out 1 and tagging up Luke. And Luke here now roasting. Octo with 2 util kills and Freeman to clean up with that AK. Zoomers on an 8th. Decoys are getting trades here, but they are not looking good. Like you say, trades are pretty much 50-50, but Zoomers just look so much better in these trades.
They're doing well to take the map space off the kills that they're getting, and the retakes have just been impossible with really strong showings from on the Zoomers.
And indeed. Finally, Kyle with an opening on the Freeman, untraded. With that aggression onto Speedway, and he's trying to go back in through. Trying to play the smoke here. Octo trying to get around it. He sees the head, but Octo playing around the smoke, just having the better movement. Shoots Kyle through the smoke. So back here on the 4-on-4, Luke does hear that rotate coming in through mid. It just is Kvora here now, who's playing solo here, tucked in the cubby on mid. Gets 2 for his trouble somehow, as he does fall, but that is what the Decoys needed. On here now, watching the candles push, as Illwill tries to get in there. It's a good read, but who's going to come out on top? It will be here now as the Decoys 2-on-1. As Octo with aggression from V2 and V1 somehow managed to get... I won the defenders actually on B side. I wonder how that happened. I'm trying to get back in through. We'll get caught out by Luke now. That blessing now being his curse. As Decoys finally put a round on the board.
I think Luke was hiding in cave, and Octo just walked all the way down the outside of B, unspotted.
Yeah, but Decoys now with the double op setup, they need to make sure they keep these sites, because double op retakes is not a fun thing to do, and Zoomers are just reading this, going fast in through the ramp. Kyle with 1, will he get a second? No, he won't. Dive's trading him out. 4-on-4 now, and Decoys do not have the site, and with 2 ops on the board.
Or through the molly, gets found. Wallbang's good.
It's a chance. But Luke tries to go back into the Speedway. Octo ready for it. Illwill aggression onto V2. Does get tagged up to 1, but managed to find the pick. 3-on-1. And Solomon forced to save. This is going to give Zoomers a 9th, and this has just broken the economy of the Decoys.
1 HP there. Very unfortunate. That fight could have gone either way.
And it's going to get hunted. Illwill just trying to chase him down. Oh, nope, he dies to the bomb. 1 health. Solomon managed to hold on to the gun, but at what cost? Decoys just bleeding rounds. It's gonna be another light buy here. They won't be able to buy up next because of that loss bonus, but Zoomer's just taking it fast again. Will Decoys be able to read this? It's 2 players now here on the site. Solomon trying to jump up onto the sign, managed to find one for his shovels, but not a second. It's just Om here on the backside with the deagle, not managed to find anything as he gets smoked off and just headshot through it.
A beautiful shot there from Dibes.
Zoomers just with these fast takes have been just picking apart the Decoys. Decoys cannot hold on to a site for the life of them. But now we do have another gun round coming through, but Decoys, they haven't taken the time out. They might still be just trying to go for the same things, but what can they do? It looks like they're opting to give up middle here, which I don't think is a bad play here. You just want to keep the sights. Keep an eye on that candles lurk, and you're golden, but they need to start to show some life here in these duels. And Sumer's opting for a default. They know that mid is open now. If they pinch onto A here, this is going to be quite the bit of life here for them. Solomon getting a tag with the FMOS, but not much other than a half health player now, as Candles gets taken, and Solomon cut off by his own Molotov and another. Just isolated here in Donut, and Freeman just walking up. Will he get the kill? No, Solomon with a headshot onto Freeman as Om finds Ill Will over on that A main, I'm sorry. But Octo and I won't say Lindley here now, in that CT side. Managed to find lurk kills. Kyle back through the caves on the bottom mid. Managed to find one of his own, and just these lurks. Everyone's finding their own solo plays here. Bring it on to a 2-on-2. Kyle here now running back in through CT. Managed to catch off Lindley. Just running at him. All these isolated players here. He's gonna get another duel here, but he's looking the wrong way.
1v1 now. The bomb looks like it's gonna go down.
It's such a chaotic round. I'm now giving him position with that toss Molotov. Dives here, opting to play in that cave. Playing Tuck. Not watching for a cross, but has a smoke. Isolating him.
See a wall bang here.
Knows. Will he see it? But he misses the shots! Had him dead to rights there as he came out of the smoke, but dives with the flick.
Unlucky.
A 1-on-2 clutch. Zoomer's on the 11th. And Decoys here. Second last time out here. They don't know what else they have here.
That was a very hectic round with the 3 players crossing mid. Meant for some uncomfortable fights in the candles or CT spawn area. I wonder if we'll see some re-aggression mid. Octo deciding to pull out the auto.
I think that was a misbuy.
We'll see.
That was a misbuy.
Looks
he
like
just threw it away. It's not like Zoomers are hurting for cash here. No. As it's a decoy now for the Decoys.
I mean, any round that you spend 12,250, painful for your economy, but the fact that he was able to is an indication.
These fast play from the Zoomers just... The Decoys have no way to counter it, but 2 early kills for the Decoys looks a little bit of life in their eyes, but a quick return kills from 2 puts them right back in the ditch as Lindley finds an advantage now with a lurk kill on Solomon.
The mid rotate is unfruitful, held off by Lindley.
Will just eagle peeking in the CT as Kvora finds a return kill, but just getting dunked for his troubles as well. And that's Lindley with 3 now.
The Zoomers with 12 on the board.
The Decoys need these last 2 rounds if they have any chance. Going down 1-14, that's not what they want. Because if they lose this round, they're all down to barely any cash. This is their make or break round. And look at Zoomers, they're just going fast again.
We're ready for it here.
Decoys need some kind of hero play. Smoke goes too deep, and as they gun him from the smoke, it's just Kavora getting cowed out with his pants down, but on with 2. Finally with a multi-kill from the back of sight. Peeking out for another one. He only gets a little bit of tag onto Freeman, but Solomon there fast. Finds a return kill. And as that team flash comes in from Luke, but blinded up, only catches out 1 as Ill Will managed to find him on the return. 2-on-2 for the retake. Is that a gap in the smoke? I'm not sure. Is Luke and Kyle here now with an ult to do, and Octo getting aggressive over that temple. Catches out 1. Will he find another? Whistle the shot onto 1. Kyle here with an ult to do. He needs to take this round. And he's just going for this. For the ninja here.
He's gonna stick it.
They will find him. That's Zoomers with 13th. Decoys without any economy, without really any life left in their eyes, might put Zoomers onto a 14th with such a dominant round.
The lost ones here means they'll get their investment in. Utility's gonna be decent.
With only a scout, a deagle, someone's yet to buy up. He's just going for the M4, but lacking that utility now.
Yeah, only the 3 full guns here.
Or with an opening, but Kyle there trying to go fast into Jaguar is not going to find anything. Ook here alone here on the B side. 2 players now sit in. Coming out of that smoke, but Solomon there to support. And Luke there with a good deagle headshot. Gonna find 2. This could give Decoys a second, if that's any consolation, but might be too little too late as Zimmer's there as a duo, finding a pick onto a CT rotate. And open A site.
Gonna be a tough retake. 3v2 for the Decoys.
Yep. Well, looks like he's trying to get aggressive here onto CT. Will they expect it? Flash goes past him, but won't find 1. Temple aggression from Freeman. Will they hear him? Do they hear him? They haven't heard him. But smoke onto the bomb. He's right there. He shot him right in the crotch. Freeman with another. He has him lined up. Any kit left. Solomon does have the kit. Freeman not lined up. This should give a defuse over from Decoys, and yes, it does. A second over from Decoys, just barely.
That last shot just barely missed Solomon. That Ill Will, 20-7. A very strong showing on this T side. It's going to be a tall order for the Decoys to come back here. They're already down 1 map and on the ropes for their map pick.
Yeah. If Decoys have any chance in this, they need to return back to the Zoomers what they did to them. I want to see some aggression come out. Just try to take fight after fight, because if you can't anchor down the bomb sites, like, your only chance left in this is to really group up as 5 and try to take down a site like together, and that's going to be the case here. All 5 going over that B side. This is pretty much their one lifeline here. They need to take this pistol round. And already getting dunked down by 1. Octo with an opening on Kavora. Freeman with 2. Just 1, actually. Dives with another. And Freeman now finding that double. Picking apart the push here from Decoys. And it's just Luke alone here now. P250, no armor. And Dives is just going to take his head off. That's a 14th for the Zoomers. And that's no money for the Decoys. They're going to be trying to force up here to prevent that match point, but Zoomers, they could just close things out right now.
Not looking good here. Four Mac 10s and a Tech 9.
Oh, just going fast back onto B. They are going to take the site here for free, but that Cave player, they could throw a wrench in the works, and that V1 player, Freeman, fast headshot into Kyle. They're finding Octo, but dives back onto Kavora going around here. Could find Freeman here for free. But not before Freeman tags up Solomon. And dives here with a fast flank onto Ramp, gonna be catching him out.
Luke with the trade there.
1-2, but Bomb's not playing for these Cave players. And Solomon's gonna be taken down by the nade. But Luke will catch Lindley looking the wrong way. Dives with only 6 health. Great fake reload for the clutch. And Luke baiting out Dives for the push. Pulling out that Tech 9. If that will give Decoys a third. It's a lifeline, but no more missteps allowed for the Decoys.
They will come in with the money superiority.
Yep, rifles up against Eagles and some SMGs, but here the mid-aggression finds 2. Oh no, this is not what you want to see. Kyle finds 1, but nothing much else for his troubles. Finding Aqua trying to jump through the smoke. But that's bomb lost, but I'm not sure if Zoomers actually spotted it. I don't think Zoomer spotted it.
I don't believe they did.
No. Freeman
And
actually
Dibes should see it now. Yep.
It's Freeman. Or does he?
Oh, sorry, it's Freeman, yes.
Yeah. Solomon here creeping up onto the mid boxes. The Dibes getting aggression. But the Shadow sells him out. Solomon brings things back up to a 2-on-2. Lindley with a rifle, Freeman with a scout, but no armor. It's a chance, but trying to get into the T-spawn here, gonna be difficult. A lot of angles to try and clear out. Very unusual spot. Freeman here playing close. Gonna be found out here by the double push from the remaining Decoys players, but Lindley with a very unusual spot here, playing in the T-spawn. But it's gonna find both of them! Solomon, caught looking the wrong way and takes the hit off of Zoomers, match point. Decoys, they had a shot there with a rifle round, but they didn't predict the mid push. The mid push just took all of them. Now here, on to 1 AK, some dual Berettas, a Deagle and 2 Tech 9s here. Barely any utility to speak of as well, and we're just going back over here to Fast B. And there's already a Speedway push coming in. Octa with 1, Luke to trade, but Luke with 2 actually, finding the 2 Jaguar players. It's a chance.
Freeman with the knife.
Freeman, no respect.
The disrespect.
And Ill Will already into T-spawn somehow, finding there. Lindley with 2 to close things out, and that is Zoomers with a 16-3 on the Decoys.
And
this is such a dominant match.
Is the game. Yeah. So, we're going to be looking to talk to some of the players now.
Yeah, but just that match, 16-3. Such dominance. And on the Decoys pick as well.
Yeah. You're sort of expecting to see that the Zoomers would look strong on their own map pick, but to see such a blowout on the other team's map pick is a surprise. Looks like we will be getting some interviews set up, but Annex, what do you think was different for the Zoomers today that would have given the advantage? Like, we knew what we thought going into it, but what do you think was really the deciding factor that...
Well, I think it's less on the Zoomers and more on the Decoys. None of them really showed up there. We didn't really see any kind of life there from some of those fraggers that we usually see. I'm looking towards, like, Kavora and I think? No, that's not the right person. Or is it?
People we would be looking for were Luke, yeah.
Yeah, Luke, is the correct one. But just nothing to be found. We just lost fight after fight. And as a result, like, you just can't let that happen in a playoff game nonetheless.
Yep.
no matter what your strats are, if you cannot get those kills to back it up, like, it's just not gonna come together. Like, as I said at the start of it, if we saw those players from the Decoys go flat, like, they're gonna have such a hard time in this playoff game, and that just showed it.
So, just checking into the A stream before we go into our player interviews. The Hitmen have taken the first map, and it is even at 2 apiece in the second map, which is Mirage. When we're ready, it looks like we will be talking to Illwill. A bit of a very strong performance today. Very nicely done. So moving on, the Zoomers will be playing the winner of the A-Stream match on, let's see, let's find which day it is. On the 11th, so this Thursday. Same time, same place. We'll be able to find the major finals for CSC. And do we have an update on the interviews, ETA?
Yeah, so it looks like we're just getting a face cam actually.
So we will be setting up the interviews, and very soon, stay tuned, we'll be talking to Illwill. So looking forward, do you see the Zoomers in this form as a favorite for the playoffs?
Well, with how quiet the Decoys were, it's hard to really tell with a good comparison, but wasn't exactly a bad showing from Zoomers. If they keep up this form, they definitely have a fighting chance up against Hitmen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think their coordination was great today. They played solid CS, not too many mistakes. The music is a little loud. Thank you. All right, so we're going to be hearing now from Illwill, who put up a very strong performance in today's game.
Illwill, help.
Hello.
Illwill, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Sorry my camera isn't working.
That's all right. So, just a quick, probing question, but like, what's your thoughts on that game? It was quite a blowout there.
Yeah, this is the first time I ever played best of threes in CSC playoffs, so we haven't dropped the map yet, but from what I can imagine is dropping the first map is tough, especially when it's like a good game. So coming into the second game, it's a little bit harder, and I definitely prepared for Ancient specifically, knowing that our overpass was solid. We did it earlier in the year, and we only played against these guys on Dust 2 through officials. One time we didn't have 2 of our players. Second time, we just don't play Dust 2 a lot. So we made sure to get Dust 2 out of the way in the veto early, take a risk leaving Nuke in there, one that we just don't, a map that we don't play at all. And, the preparation for Ancient worked out well, and I'm happy. My guys made me look good today. So,
Yeah, it was really dominant. Like, you guys, to put it lightly, like, you guys were pretty much on fire. Were you guys really feeling it?
yeah, definitely. I think once we got into the flow of things on definitely gave us the confidence boost that we needed going into Ancient early, won a couple early rounds, and then from there it just kind of steamrolls.
Yeah, speaking of that, like, Ancient, it was the Decoys pick as well. Like, you guys just blew them out of the water, 16-3.
Yeah, we were surprised they picked it, honestly. We played it the same 2 maps, Overpass and Ancient, last week in the playoffs, so we had assumed that they prepared something coming into it, like they watched the demos, but from what I watched, they played it, I think, week 7, and they didn't really change many of their strategies. They left one guy A, so I figured we attack that weakness early. We get in there quick. Freeman can smoke off Cube for us, and we just take the site, and from there we could play off the rotates, and hope that they try to overcompensate and just hit them at a timing that they don't expect, you know.
Yeah. Like, do you want to attribute your victory to anything else? Any player? Any kind of like preparation?
The team just came ready to play today. Everybody was ready to go. We DM'd extra hard coming into the game, and like I said, I can only do so much as the IGL. I can only make certain calls, but it's what my guys do with those calls that really wins us the round and propels us forward. So when they can hit headshots and make some crazy plays like they all were today, then it just makes me look good and it makes my life easy. So shout out to my teammates.
Yeah. Looks like we do also have them queued up for some interviews, so why don't we bring one or some of them in?
Sure, yeah, let's bring the rest of the people in, and thank you so much, Will, for that interview. And you know, as we bring the rest of your members in, I you know, would like to congratulate you on your win.
Thanks
No
so much.
bias here, of course. All right, looks like we have the winning team here, AGM and all. Dare I say, the Doctor, Freeman, and co. How are you guys feeling after that victory?
Woo!
Pumped.
Absolutely amazing.
We were gaming.
You know, I actually have to ask a question to Octo. Octo, you're
Yep.
obviously one of kind of the newer members here, right, for the Zoomers, and
Yes,
how do you
sir.
feel about the team dynamic coming into the finals?
I feel really confident. I really believe in our calling, and like I believe in my teammates in all situations, and that helps with my own confidence and like makes me perform better. I'm just glad I have guys to help support me, honestly. They set me up very well all the time.
That's fantastic, and you know, obviously, Freeman, you had just an incredible overpass game. You know, what do you think went right during that first game that you had that dominant start on your T side?
I'll be honest, I have no idea. It seems very just my play is always very inconsistent. I'm usually the support player, so whenever I'm getting kills, it's just helping out the team that much more. Just all the stars aligned. I can't even say specifically what happened, but it worked out.
Well, that sounds absolutely fantastic, and you know, I gotta ask, how are you guys feeling coming into, you know, this next this game? You know, you obviously have the finals coming up, and congratulations, and you get to face off against whatever team basically beats, you know, that whatever happened with that you know next game on the A stream. So how are you feeling about that? And Freeman, we'll get you and Lindley. Lindley wants to show off his dog. We'll get the dog cam in here in a second. I sent him all an OBS link, so hopefully we get that going. But yeah, how are you feeling overall with your next opponent?
Yeah, I don't even know who we're up against, but they're going down. I've been tuned into the A stream. Yeah, we'll be ready. We prepared for this match. We'll be prepared for the next one.
Your guys' record against these teams are 0-2 and 1-1. Do you guys feel like you've improved enough over the season that you're going to be able to beat them in a best of 3?
Yeah, we just stomped a team that beat us 0-2 in regular season. So I think we're good. Anybody else?
I think we're just finding our stride at the right time. Like
We-
early in the season, we had a winning streak, and then we fell off for a minute, fell in the standings for sure. But I think it really took us just coming together, finding our strength as a team. And obviously, the addition of Octo was huge for us, just because you know T was on our team originally. God rest his soul.
He's not
But
dead.
he was a great opper. The only
R.I.P.
problem was the
No,
commitment
don't
issue.
talk about him like he's dead.
Well, God rest his soul for the season 6 of CSC. He'll be back
If
in
you're
season
watching,
7
we
with a
love you.
vengeance. I
We
know
miss
that.
you.
He's here in spirit. He's here in spirit.
But he was a strong opera. The only problem was he just wasn't there for us as much as we needed him to be. And you know, we tried out some guys, and Octo stuck with us, and we felt like he was just the best fit, and he's been an amazing addition.
And you know, we've had to hold Octo back. He's actually better with rifles, but we're like, dude, you need to play the op, otherwise they'll be checking him PC every time.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, word.exe.
Oh, don't even talk to me about word.exe. It's you know, I know Freeman obviously as the doctor over there, probably cheating. Using whatever kind of pure skill dot, cheats he's got in his cheat book. But you know, have you been using? Do you credit some of your victory towards just kind of going through demos and being able to criticize yourselves as unbiased as possible to be better players and better teammates?
Oh yeah, the demo review has definitely been a big help. And well, the unknown thing is that we switched IGLs to Ill Will, and that helped out a lot. And he's been awesome, especially demo review and doing those kinds of things.
Shout out to PureSkill.gg. They really helped me
What?
condense my time,
Yeah,
or
there it
use
is.
my time
There-
efficiently, I should say.
There's the sponsor.
Listen,
This
if you're gonna
one guy-
bring the Zoomers in, you're gonna bring in the PureSkill.gg as well. Which
I
All I'm
didn't say
saying, it's like
anything.
the TB12 method, dude. It just works.
I mean, to be honest, I'm ashamed that you didn't plug it on the stream as is, Germs. Like,
What are we
Listen,
paying you for?
I gotta stay as unbiased as
biased.
possible
Oh.
here. I am trying to bring in the Observer, which the Observer doesn't even really get to talk. So it's really
Oh,
just
yeah,
these
yeah,
after talk stuff that I can
You
even
could have
discuss with.
just drawn on the map pureskill.gg in between
Sure.
pistol rounds. Next time, you'll learn next time. This dog has to go to the bathroom, and she's being annoying.
Well,
All right.
I think then we're not gonna get a Lindley dog cam or a Freeman cam or even a Germs cam.
Yeah,
Maybe for the
but
finals.
since the
So,
dog's
yeah,
If we
leaving,
win.
I think
on the final day, yes. When we win, manifest it. When we win, Mela will make an appearance on cam. 100%.
well, with the dog leaving, I think that's where we end things off for the night. You got any closing remarks as the winners of this match, Zoomers?
Go watch the A stream. Go see what's hot. Get yourself a little taste of what's gonna go down on Thursday. Should be a barn burner no matter who we play. I think both teams are strong, but we'll be ready for either one. And yeah, I think the new look Zoomers are a problem for everybody, and including ourselves. But yeah, we're gonna be there. We're ready to win.
All right. Thank you all for coming in today for this interview.
Thanks for having us.
Yep. Thanks for casting
Thank you.
us. Appreciate it. Get you later.
All right, and with that, I think that's where we're going to call for the night. Thank you all for tuning in for this little bit bull of a match, but still exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, I
So-
think it was a great game. And very, very much look forward to Thursday's finals.
So go and check out that A stream where the Hitmen are facing off the Anemones, currently on Mirage. Hitmen up one map, and currently score of 8-5. But still, both sides are kicking, so make sure to watch that. Hold your breath to see who faces off against the Zoomers now in that major finals. Until then, I've been Anaxilia. Join
Been
with
Cruz.
me, Cruz Pack, and our observer, Everlove Germs. And we will see you all next time. Have a good night.